Okay, today is May 8th. So it's the first day of the second week of May. So every, like the first day of every week, we get two questions. One is for the premium subscriber, and the other one is for the unpaid, just, well, everybody actually. So the first one that we got is a medium question, put box into the warehouse one, and then it's number 1564. So I somehow start a little bit late today, so we now only have 1 hour left. So I will try to solve this first and see if we have time. Then we will try the second one. The second one is a hard problem, so it's number 906, super palindromes. So we will see. If we have any time left, we will then try to see if we can solve this, or if we can read the solution and then solve this. But anyway, we don't have much time left. So let's start it with our first questions, which is uh, the medium one. So let's start reading the question together. Okay. Put box into warehouse 1. You are given two array of possible integers, boxes and warehouse, representing the height of some boxes of unit width and the height of n rooms in a warehouse respectively. So the warehouse room are labeled from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so it's a normal array from left to right, where the warehouse is also 0 indexed, and then the height is the height of the room. Okay, so boxes are put into the warehouse by the following rules. Box cannot be stacked, and then you can rearrange the insertion order of the box. So the order of the box array doesn't really matter, and box can only be pushed into the warehouse from left to right only. If the height of some room in the warehouse is less than the height of the box, then the box and all the other boxes behind it will be stopped before that room. Okay, so you want to return the maximum number of the boxes that you can put into the warehouse. So for the example 1, so there is the door is actually in the left hand side, right? So and this is the height of the warehouse. So we are trying to push those boxes into the warehouse and see what's the maximum number that we can put into the warehouse. And the solution of the example 1 is like this. So there are only one that we cannot put it in, and then we can put the green one, blue one, and red one. Okay. And then the example 2 is similar, so I guess you put the green one, and then those are same height but will be blocked in here, and then you will. Okay. And we have example 3 and 4, and for every box is higher than the warehouse height, so none of the box can be inserted. And the constraint, oh, there's a hint. Okay. And the constraint is warehouse length is n, and then warehouse, and then both arrays lengths are less or equal than 10 to the 5, and then both arrays element will be inside the range of 10 to the 9. Oh, it's pretty big, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? So what matter is the length of both array, because that will determine our time needed to implement this. So this look like a greedy for me, right? I mean, if I can sort this table and I start throw box into the warehouse from the smallest one until we cannot throw any, right? So the only thing is we have to determine if, for example, if the box will be blocked, and then we left a room in here so that we can better determine. Okay, so it looks like we first sort the box so that we got the, well, anyway, we need to put the box in the order from the smallest one, and then we probably need a new array to memorize what's the minimum height till this point. For example, the minimum height till 0 is 5, and to 1 is 3, to 2 is 3, to 3 is also 3. So after we sort it, when we are in here, then we find our smallest box, which is here, we throw it in, and then when we are in here in the 3, and then we find the second smallest, which is the blue one, and then we throw it in, and then when we are here, because the height, the smallest height until this point is 3, so we skip the third one, or we skip this room, and then we come to this room, and then this room's height still smaller than our current smallest, so we skip this too, and then we reach 0 that is higher than our third box, so we throw our third box in, and then we got 3 in the warehouse. And that's the same, we throw the smaller one in, and then in height 2 we skip this, and then we can put, okay, in room 2 we skipped room 2. In room 1 we can throw in the second smallest. In room 0 we can throw in the third. Yeah, so although I think the solution looks like this, but based on my or our solution, we will put the yellow, orange, and the pink or red one in here. Yeah, that should work. So let's try it. Hint. Forgot to see the hint. Sort the box, we already know. Try to process the box with the smallest height first. Yeah, that's the thing we are going to do. So, okay, so let's sort it first. ARRAY arrays.sort. So let's sort the box. XES. And then let me declare an array, and let's call it constraint. So it's the length of the warehouse. And then so for int, so first, and then I have a min, right? Yes. Min equals to the warehouse 0, and yes, and for anti-I equals to 0, I smaller or less than warehouse length I plus plus. What we are going to do is that so we find the minima until this point. So min will equals to the mean of min and warehouse I and then we assign it to constraint. Or yeah, let's do this. And I don't need to capitalize this. So the first one is the first one, and then we start from 1. And then constraint I will be minimum of constraint I what I'm missing an O. So constraint I will be minimum of constraint I minus 1 right? What about the exception case of an empty warehouse array? Oh, it shouldn't, right? Because the length will be the smallest length is 1, so there won't be empty, I guess, right? I think. So we don't need to deal this edge cases because there will always be 1. And then hold on, did I do this right? I want to find the smallest in the left hand side, right? Because that's the constraint, right? So yeah, maybe this is correct. The comma. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they put those together. I just don't know why they have a n equals to, yeah. So did they use the n anywhere? N is here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So maybe this is right. And after we sort it, then we start. Oh God. I probably don't need constraint even because I already sort the box, which means I already modify the input. So when you already modify the input, why not also modify warehouse? Why? I mean, yeah, but anyway. Okay. So then we start from the smallest. So we have a pointer box, and we have a pointer constraint is warehouse.length minus 1. And then we have a result. So for so we start from this, the rightmost room, right? So if our box is larger than our smallest box is larger than the constraint of this room, we skip it. We skip this room, right? So the for loop will be based on, oh, hello, grab log prop. Hi. So my for loop will be based on the PT constraint, pointer constraint, right? If pointer constraint is larger or equal than 0, PT constraint decrease. So, and then we checked if the constraint PTC is smaller, larger, or equal than our boxes, PTB, right? If our constraint is higher than our box, higher or equal than our current box, then we can put that box in, right? And then we can increment our pointer box. So our check will also need to be checking that PTB is smaller than the box length, right? So every round we check one room, and if the box fit into that room, we increment the pointer, we increment the resolution, not resolution, result, and then I think that's it. What? Why? Okay, looks like we are getting there. So I don't want to copy the every every test case. So what I'm going to do is this question is the put box into warehouse, and then it's number 1564, so I will paste my code in here, and then I will try to run here because there's a run example test case, so I can run every test case in here and then try the diff. Okay, looks like it works. So let's check, is there any edge cases? Probably not. I mean, it's simple, right? We already know it won't be 0, and then this don't bother us. This don't bother us because we are doing linearly, right? So let's try to submit. Okay, it works. So let's see how we are doing here. So I guess everybody fall into this category because I guess this should be pretty easy. And then I use more memories, but I think maybe I can skip this constraint and just directly use the warehouse. Maybe I can improve, but I don't think that matter. I mean, yeah, you are not supposed to modify the input argument, right? So I don't think, but I got lazy, that's why I didn't do any hard copy for boxes. I just directly sort on bus, but yeah. Okay, so now let's check. Do we want to check the other people's solution or we should do the hard? Let me check the solution first. I mean, we are here to learn anyways. Um, you can cut the warehouse length call. What do you mean by cut the length call? You mean you can cut the warehouse.length calls? You mean I assign the length to n? Or you mean I can cut the for loop of this? Yeah, I think there is probably another solution. I mean, at least I I do have two for loop, but it's still linear, right? So if you run through box and warehouse, well, it's not linear because I actually sort the box, right? So initiate it at the beginning. Initiate, you mean do this? Yeah, this should work. But I think no matter what, you need to sort the box. So the time will be n log n. So even though like I can omit any of this for loop, it's still constrained by the n log n, right? So I think the time complexity won't matter that much if there is a better way to like only do one for loop. But let's check. Add the smallest box into the rightmost. Yeah, that's what we did, right? So let's check. So huh? Oh yeah. They are also checking the constraint of each level, and then you start sticking the box into there. So that's what we do, right? We sort, and there's two for loop. Yeah, n log n plus m. Actually, it's plus because there are for loop based. Yeah, plus this warehouse loop. So because both for loop are based on the warehouse, and then also since the for loop running through the warehouse could be bigger. Uh, well, I think of course edge cases is that you only have one box, right? And then you have 10 to the what's the constraint? 10 to the 10 to the 9 warehouse. So in that edge case, of course, n log n, which is 1 log 1, is of course smaller than 10 to the 5. But normal cases like, or worst cases, uh, n log n is still shadowed by n log n. So no matter how many times you run through the warehouse, it will only differ by constant time, right? So yeah, so it's still overshadowed by the sort. And this is for, oh, let me check Java because I can't read Python. So yeah, a for loop through the warehouse again. Also, you need to add the constant time because you have a pointer on the box, and then it keep increasing until the result, right? Until how much count. So actually, it's n log n plus m plus count. Yeah, and the space is all one because he used the warehouse directly. And approach 2, add the largest possible box from left to right. From left to right. Okay, you sort the box. That's first step. Oh, oh my god. So you do it from left to right. Then you don't need to then you don't need to do this at all. If you do it from left to right and you start from the largest box. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so that's now you only have one for loop, but it's not that naturally for me to think of this kind of idea. I can't. I can't. Yeah, I will not be able to. Yeah, yeah, but like you can see, they reduce the for loop to one, so it will be a little bit shorter time, but there will be no big difference, and so that's why our time is So where is my submit? So our time is still similar to other people's solution, I guess. Yeah, although we do one more for loop, everybody's solution is similar based on their test case. So I guess, yeah, we are good. We are good. We are good. So so now let's try this hard question, okay? And I'm a little bit concerning, so I'm ready to see the solution, because you see there are only 230 for 31 upvote, and you got 300, so you got more downvote than the upvote. So I don't think I can solve this, so but let's check. Let's check. Great. So now we still have a little bit time for us to do the hard question, which is super palindromes, and there is no hint. Anyways, so okay, let's read this together, and let me check. Super palindromes. So let's say a positive integer is a super palindrome if it is a palindrome and it is also the square of a the square of a palindrome. Given two positive integer left and right represented as string, so we got two input string. Weird, why they use string? Okay. Return the number of super palindromes, integers. So you need to return integers in the inclusive range. Okay, so now from 4 to 1,000, we have 4 super palindrome, and those are 4, 9, 121, and 484. Note that 676 is not a super palindrome because although it's a square of something, but 26 is not a palindrome. Okay, so this is a square of 2, and 2 is palindrome. 9 is a square of 3, and 3 is palindrome. 121 is square of 11, and 11 is palindrome, and this is 12. What is this? 22? And 22 is a palindrome. Okay, so since everything starts from palindromes, the idea is probably to find all the palindromes within this range, and then you have a set. Now you square each one of them and check if they are still is called palindrome. But how do I get the palindrome? Recursion. Well, the thing is that I don't know, my math is not good enough. I cannot estimate how many palindrome is inside this range, right? So I cannot guarantee how many recursive call my palindrome my you know. So I probably won't use recursive because I mean this is something that you can guarantee how many loops you will run or how many recursion you will run, right? So I think we have two ways, right? Either you find every square number in this range and then first check if they are palindrome. If they are, find their square root and then check if the square root is palindrome. So that's one way. You start from a square number and then check if it is palindrome and its square root is also a palindrome. So that's one way. And then that's probably easier for you to count because it's easier to count how many square integer is within this range, right? And the other way is you start from the palindrome and then you square it and then check if your square is also a palindrome. God, it's so hard. Both are hard. The problem is how do I find every palindrome within this range? So for me, the only way I can try is find every. Okay, but what's the range though? What's the range? What's the range? So the length. Okay, so it's 18. Okay, the problem of 18 is already over integer range, right? That's why they use string. And that's why we cannot start from a square number and then find the palindrome because the number will be out of range. Oh, so that left us only one way to do it, which is find every palindrome within this range and they should be a string because if you use a integer it will be out of bound. And then if we can find a string, how do we square it or make a square root from it if it's overflow? Or let's use long. Let's use long. Oh, I think they give us string because they want us to start from palindrome. What do you think? I think that's the reason because to check if it's palindrome, if it's an integer, then you need to know each digit, right? But so it's harder. You need to go through each one of them. Like you need to do a not byte, bit shift, right? Not bit shift, but divided by 10 and then mod by 10. But then if it's a string, it's as easy as check their character in each position and then check if they are palindrome, right? So I think the reason why the input is a string are strings because they want us to start from palindrome and then check if they are a square number. But I still don't know how to do it though. First, I don't know how to find a palindrome within this range. Second, if they are a number too big, that will be out of bound of the integer range. How do I do a square or a square root? I mean, I found the integer. There's two things I can find a palindrome. There's two things I can do. I can square it or I can square root it. But either way, I don't know how to do it. But you are going from long to string back and forth. That space complexity is going to be well, there will be two long number, so it should be okay. And then the string will contain an 18 length string. I think the space is okay though, because I'm not memorize every string of the, unless I need to, right? I won't put every palindrome that I found into a set. If I keep the palindrome that I found in an increasing order, I don't need to look back, right? For example, 1 1, I check it's palindrome. I square it, 1 2 1, I check it's a palindrome. Then my rest, I increase the rest 1, and then I never look back. I check 12, I check 13, I check 14, right? So the space is okay. I only use one long and one string for the palindrome. The problem is the time though. How do I construct a palindrome? And how do I, after construct palindrome, I switch, I convert it to long. I still only like need one long space, and then I calc the square, and then I convert it to string. So that's the second string that I need to save, and then I check if it's palindrome. So the space wise, I think it's okay. It's the problem is I don't know how to do it. Okay. Yeah, but we cannot start with a square and check if it's palindrome. We need to check if a palindrome is a square. So let's say if we have 1 2 3 3 2 1, and we have helper method that determines square root. Yeah, and I also need a helper method to determine if it's palindrome. I mean, right? Because after I square it or I square root it, I still need to check if it's palindrome. So I construct a palindrome like if I construct this one 1 2 3 3 2 1, and then I either find its square root or I find its square. And if this is within the range, I now need to transfer this to a string and then call the help function, help method, to check if this is palindrome. It's so hard. I know how to check if it's a palindrome. I don't know how to construct a palindrome and then never like overlap. Okay, so palindrome, we have two types, right? We have even number of palindrome, we have odd number of palindrome like this. And this, I only need the left hand side, right? Because I can construct a palindrome from left hand side only. So this I might be able to increase, like I start from 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then blah 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 until 9, 10. 10 won't be a palindrome, right? So if I have this part, I can construct a palindrome like this. And if I have this part, I can put anything here and then construct a palindrome like this. So I can, based on a number, I can construct a lot of different palindromes. Anyway, I am almost ready to check the solution. I want to try, but I don't even know how to start trying. I know what I want to do. Okay, you said that we want to check if it's a square root. So which one is easier? To square or to square root it? because for the Java sqrt, it will return a double, right? So if I force it, transfer it to an integer and then square it back, but double, to check whether double number is equal, it's a headache. Not this one, not this one. Construct a palindrome. Do I check square root? I check square root. But yeah, this is tough. I mean, so square root, I also putting a double. So double's range, I somehow forgot double's range. So Java. Oh yeah, so if we use double, we have enough, right? Bit shifting. Yeah, but how do you do square or square root using bit shifting though? Square root. That remind me there is a LeetCode sqrt. Okay, I did this before. How do I did it? Binary search. But I don't think that helps in here though, binary search to find a square root. It's even an easy question. Okay, I'm thinking to... Okay, let's think again. Square root, you put a double, you get a double. And then you want to check if that double transfer it to a string will still be a palindrome. I'm probably ready to see the result. Yeah. For me, I think it's definitely brute force. I don't think there's any other way, right? So you have to find every palindrome within this range, square root it, and check if it's still a palindrome. So I guess this is the only way. So the reason why this is hard is, first, you need to know how to find every palindrome within this range. Maybe you construct it, right? It's easier to construct it. You cannot go through there are 18 digits. There's no way that you go through the entire range and check it one by one to see if it's a palindrome. So I think you construct it. I don't know how to construct it without missing anyone. That's the first hard part. Second, I don't know how to do the square root so that I can transfer it to a string and then check if it's a palindrome. Okay, let's check the solution. I give up. Waving the Y flag. But it's a hard question. Anyway, if I can solve the hard question, I probably don't need to practice anymore. So there may be some bit shifting, I think. Let's check. Okay. Okay. Square root and check if it doesn't have a reminder. Yeah, but it's a double though. The problem is that this give you a double. Then pass it into a method. Yeah, yeah. But the part is this is the double, right? How do you check if double have a reminder? That's my question though. Or maybe I just stupid. I really don't know how to do it. I can't think of a way to do it. And pass it into a method. Yeah, that method is easy because there are check if palindrome in LeetCode, right? So I can just copy that function. The part is that how to construct it. Can you do double double? I don't know. I actually don't know. Yeah. Okay. Let's check. Let's check how they do this. Mathematical. What is mathematic? What? They only have one solution? I think even after I read it, I probably won't understand. Okay, they use long, so long is already enough. Where is the square root? Where is the magic? What is the magic number? Magic number. Oh, is that the range of the... No. Ten to the ninth, right? This is not 10 to the ninth. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they have this magic number only because, yeah, 18 divided by 2 is 9, right? And for a string of 9, you only check half of it because it's palindrome, right? So the first half is the same as the second half. So you only check half of it, so it's 10 to the 5, but it's not even 10 to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 10 to the 5. Okay. Maybe. Say P equals to R is a super palindrome because R, the first half of the R determine up to 2 possibility. We can iterate through this digit. The K be the first half digit. K R is, yeah, we have 2 kinds of, okay. So our thinking process is probably correct. I just can't figure out those details. So each possibility has either odd or even. Yes. Notice because of P is less than this, so R will be less than this, which is 10 to the 9, and then you cut it to half. So 10 to the 5. Oh my God. So you only need to check the entire range from 1 to 10 to the 5 and create the associate palindrome R and then check R square. Oh, okay. What's the Java long range? Hey, did I check double? I remember there was a form. Okay. Long is from 16, so it's 10 to the how many bits? Is this 18? This is 19. So yeah, long is enough. But but and then because k is but oh, even though r can be a long, r square can still be a long. Oh, so square is easier than square root. So what they do is they even first convert those two into a long. Oh my god, I was completely wrong. And then you have a magic number to 10 to the 5th, and then this is your answer. Okay, and then there are two parts. You count odd and you count even. So k start from 1, k to the magic, and then you build a string. How? Integer to string k. So you transfer k to a string and then put it into the string builder, and then for each that's how you build it. Okay, I guess you all see how they build it. So they first doing a k from 1 to like 10 to the 5, right? For example, if k is hello. Yeah, I did the contest. I did it really bad. So that's why I start pretty late today, because I don't have the mood to do any more LeetCode. Yeah, I only solved two. The third one, I was thinking about segment tree. And then I thought that although it's n square time complexity, but maybe they want us to do a segment tree, right? So I thought that's, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I did the contest and I feel so bad, so I start so late today. So, and today we have a hard question on the daily, so I really feel, oh, you wasn't able to learn it. I actually read it from, there's a LeetCode question called range minimum query or something. And their solution actually tell you how to do like binary index tree and segment tree. And then the easier way to do a segment tree is to declare a node and then use the tree node to build your segment tree. I know in every other places like Geek for Geek, they use an array. But I think the array is harder to do because you need to first prove the length of the array is long enough for you to put the entire. Yeah, I could not get it to work. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, but now let's almost reach to the deadline of this daily question. And I still cannot do this. So how they construct a palindrome is, for example, I have a number 113, which is k, and I put it into a string builder. This is such a bad. Oh, this one, I know, right? upvote 200, downvote 300. So yeah. Oh, you mean the contest one? I think contest one is a little bit tricky, but it's still pretty good though. It tricks you into thinking about segment tree. So yeah, county one is good. Yeah, daily is too hard. And then they put this k into a string builder, and then they start appending the last one to odd. Okay. And my contest rating gonna drop after it dropped. Well, yeah, I guess mine keeps dropping. I sort of don't care about the rating anyways. Like my rating is bad. That's why I'm still practicing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think these two is just copy and paste, right? Did you see that? So the difference between even and odd is that odd is -2 and then even is -1. Yeah, you can combine them into, not combine them into one. I probably will put a function into it. I guess it's probably easier to understand when you separate them to, like, you do even in here and you do odd in there. Yeah, but I guess it's easier to, anyway. I copy and paste a lot. So but my point is, once you understand this part is completely the same. So they are just construct a palindrome. So yeah, odd has fewer one. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but I don't know why they call this mathematical. I don't feel any math in here though. And then it's palindrome. Oh my goodness, they do this. Is this what we're supposed to do? I mean, isn't the time complexity pretty bad on this? Oh, it's not. Do you submit it already? 8 minutes left. I can't even do it. But I think for daily though, if you did one, you're fine, right? We did the easier one. I mean, I am pay, I'm pay membership. I guess that's the good thing for a pay membership, that you always get the easier one. If you don't pay, you got the hard one. Yeah, I did it. I did the easier one. I did this one. Oh really? God, 8 minutes. But how do I get? Okay, then let's try do this, okay? But let me see if I can do this. Long v is long value of this to string, and then you times it, and then if this is larger than r, then you break. Otherwise, if this is larger than l, and then it is a palindrome, then you, yeah, but I don't know how to do Python though. So okay, anyway, I will coding here first because I can see the I don't even have time to type. It's 7 minutes now. So okay, so they first transfer this to long, right? So long left equals to like left. What's the long value of long? Or I'm gonna cheat. Long value of long. Yeah, long value of long. Okay. Long value of, okay. I type really slowly. I don't think I can finish this on time. But good thing is that I think for paid membership, I don't know if it's related to pay or not. I can do a time machine thing. Let's cheat. So right long is right? So after we have this, and then our range. So let me don't see the code. Let me see here. So we have a P and P. So okay. So I think there is something equals to 10 to the 5. 10 to the 5. And they call it magic. So your premium challenge count. Yeah, my premium challenge should count. But I don't know about the bonus run. Will I miss my... So there's a magic number, right? And then we need to construct the... So for... I mean the K, right? K is this. So for K equals to... Oh my god, I'm so nervous. 1 K small or equal than... Small or equal, no, smaller than magic. Ah. K plus plus, because we use smaller because we only have 5 digits, right? So then you interview right now? No, nobody will accept my resume. And if I can't do this, I don't think I'm ready for interview though. God, I'm nervous. So we have a string builder, right? If that's what I remember, string builder SB equals to new string builder, and then so string builder start with K, right? So we can put K into it, right? What? Integer to string? So I'm wrong. I need to convert it to a string. So can I... Anyways, this is converting to string. Friend have garbage resume and they got interview for... Okay, I will try, but I don't think I'm ready though. I'm struggle with those kind of question though. I really don't think I'm ready. You see, I'm reading the solution while coding. So now we have that, and then we need to construct the... So let's do the art first, just like them, right? So let's do the art. So for int I equals to length minus 2, right? Because this is the odd one. We skip the last one. So and then yeah, depends on the company. Yeah, but my problem is I don't think I'm ready though. I what? I small larger or equal than 1. Do we need to count 1 0? Oh, it's index. And then I minus minus, and then we have SB append SB get. String builder have a get. Char add. Oh, char add. That's a string. Okay. Char add. I'm not gonna finish it on time, so I will do... Yeah. Have you tried binary search? And no, I haven't tried premp. I don't think I'm ready for premp too, because for premp, I guess that's like both way, right? You are going to let somebody mock interview you, and then you will provide mock interview to others. And I don't think I'm good enough to interview others though. So yeah. Oh really? I haven't even registered for a premp account because I don't think I'm ready. So yeah, append. You see, now I'm nervous, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Char at I, right? And then yeah, we just keep appending. So that's it. We got a string. and then do we need to convert it to long again, right? So integer, not integer, what I'm doing, long cur equals to something like oh, thank you for thinking that I'm ready. But I'm so nervous. How do I? 1 minute. I have time machine. Anyway, so long cur equals to long copy from here, long value of this, right? So it's sb to string, sb dot to string, and then we throw it into so yeah, we check the range, right? So if it's larger than this, if cur is larger, right? Larger than right long, then we continue, right? And then if if cur is in the range, or why are we do this? Why can't we just like cur is smaller or equal than range, and cur is larger or equal than, yeah, why can't we do this? I'm curious. I need to see the solution again. Why can, okay, I will check the solution. Yeah, it's the same, right? Oh, oh, because we need to break. I haven't timed it together. So yeah, I need to cur equals to, yeah, because we can break if the number is already larger, right? While I'm continue, yeah, I need to break. Okay, I missed this part. Break. Break is important, so that we can jump out early. Yeah, I'm stupid. Oh God. Cur, right? And then so if it's over the range, then jump out. And if it's inside the range, that's where we need to check, right? And then we throw it into a check palindrome, like is, I can't spell, so how to spell palindrome? Paling is paling, cur, and then oh, we have a rest. Okay, so according to the solution, we can do copy and paste. Where did I do wrong? Okay, according to the, we can do copy and paste. And even. And the only time difference is this. And then after we did it, return rest. Now the part is, I think they are cheating by doing this. I mean, so we return boolean, right? We return boolean, yeah, boolean. Oh my God, is paling long cur. Yeah, that's really cheating. I mean, the time complexity is, anyway, this is shorter. So if cur is equal to reverse curl. And then we also have a reverse curl. Right, long curl, and then long rest equals to 0, right? And then while, so reverse is while curl larger or equal larger than 0, right? Do we need to do it again on 0? int, okay, so rest times 10 plus curl divided by and not divided. Divided, not divided. Mod by 10, right? Okay, good night, good night. Thank you, thank you. Yes. And is that it? So if rest is, this is reverse, right? Did I type anything wrong? So 0L and then u times 10, and then your curl will be equals to this. Okay, okay. Let's check. Long aisle. Wrong answer. Output 1. Oh. What's wrong? It's calling. I got 1. I got 1. Where is wrong? God. Larger or equal than 0. Larger or equal than 0. Larger or equal than. Okay. Do we have any other test cases? That's cheating though. But anyway, I learned something anyways. Yeah. Okay. The thing that I learned today is during an interview. You can do this because this is easier to code, to check. Because I remember it's Palindrome. There is a way that you start from the center and you expand. Oh no, but it's okay. It's Palindrome is easy, right? You just check. Yeah. Reverse. I mean, you don't need to reverse though, but yeah. And then, yeah, I still, there's only one solution. Let me check the discussion. Tell you how to get all super palindrome. 84 volt. Get all the palindrome number again under this, because again we have this. And then traverse each number in the rest to determine. Really? And it's Python. It is super short. The first question is how to approach the first step. We cannot traverse all number, so we construct it. So is that the same as our solution? Right? So left part, right part. So yeah, it's the same. You have the, yeah, it's the same. You have this, this. Yeah, yes. If it's even number, you don't have the middle part. If it's odd number, I mean, if it's odd number, you do have the middle part. So yeah, it's the same, but it's different. So first we have all the digit, and then for from 1 to 10 to the 5, SL is this string, so this number, and then you reverse it. So that's how, and then you rest append as 1. Yeah, but why you use rest to append S1? Why you need to append S1? Yeah, but this is the even palindrome. This is the odd palindrome. They just squeeze one digit in the middle. Oh, this is smart too. I can see why this is upvote the most. I mean upvoted for 84. This is smart. And then so the total number of the rest is this plus 9. Yeah, that's really clever. Apparently we can easily implement the second step by traversing the rest. Reverse it, and then your rest is list. You map this to an integer. You sort it. So for, okay, wow, but I don't know. So this is the thing that I don't know about Python. Let me tell you. So Python, there are so many ways to write it really short and brief, but it's hard to determine the time complexity though, because for example, for this, the rest is the entire solution set of the possible palindrome, right? So didn't this, I mean, am I wrong? I think this will be a little bit like use too many space though. Because didn't we only ask for the number of palindrome, not the actual palindrome? Yeah, but the solution is short to a point that I don't even know how to analyze the time complexity. Oh my god. Someone posting Java version right under. Okay. Yeah, and that's why people hate Java. I mean, but the Java, yeah, this is what I'm thinking that we need to do, right? I mean, you have to do a string. Yeah, but I only know Java. I already learned Java. It's if I need to learn Python and redo this again, I don't know if I will ever go into any interview though. So yeah, I keep using Java. But come on, and this is what I think a palindrome should do, right? You use a string and then you check from both sides, right? This is more this is more reasonable for the time complexity. But again, while doing in Java, this is pretty hard to type during an interview compared to this. This is way easier. Okay. Yeah. But I think yeah, we are done for today. And then yeah. But also again for this thing, for this since you mentioned it, I want to mention it too. For in Python, when you slice and not array, it's what is called? It's not called an array, right? It's dictionary or something. But when you slice it, yeah, list. When you slice it, when you write it in a very short way, but in the back end, how the API implement was that Python actually do a hard copy of the entire string, entire list, right? And then modify the hard copy of the list. So no matter in the time and in the space, if you want to slice a list, the time complexity will be worse than when you are using Java or C, right? So that's why I don't know while in interview how do I analyze the time complexity if I would to do it in Python though. Oh, it's O of n? Yeah, but in Java or in C, you can do it in place, right? I mean, you don't need to really, for example, reverse. Reverse is definitely a hard copy in Python, but I don't know if in Java it's in place or in C it's in place. But if you are doing in C or C++, you can reverse by yourself using a pointer, right? And do it in place and never waste any space. That's what I mean. But anyway, okay, enough for the Python because I really don't understand Java Python, so I can't really. I just it's just me that because I'm not really understand Python, so it's I don't really know how to analyze the time complexity. So for example in this. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. And because this part is really like looks similar to our solution, and this part is what I originally want to do, but solution, yeah. So yeah, should I download it? No. Okay. So anyway, thank you for watching today's daily. And tomorrow I will probably use a time machine to make it like I submitted on time. So you will see this is checked tomorrow. So anyways, thank you for watching for today's daily. And we are over by 20 minutes already. So have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. Do you stream daily? Yeah, I try to. So I will see you tomorrow. Because I try to really do daily challenge daily, right? Okay. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Bye.